So children, today we will learn the fourth poem from your English textbook, How to Tell Wild Animals. This poem is written by Carolyn Wells. So before we proceed, let me tell you something about the poet. Carolyn Wells was born on June 18, 1862 in US. She was a prolific American writer, remembered largely for her popular mysteries, children's books and humorous verse. From 1900, Wells gave herself entirely to literary work, and over the next 4 decades she produced a flood of books, some 170 titles that fell into several categories like children's stories, mystery and detective stories, anthologies, and humorous and nonsense writings. Wells was especially noted for her humor, and she was a frequent contributor of nonsense verse and whimsical pieces. Her first book was published in 1986. So, in the poem How to Tell Wild Animals, the poet describes various wild animals and their qualities. She explains how we can recognize the Asian lion, the Bengal tiger, the leopard, the bear, the hyena, and the crocodile. The poem is thus very educative as it tells us about various features of wild animals. So here we have a short summary of the poem. How to Tell Wild Animals is a beautiful poem written by Carolyn Wells about the strange habits and behaviors of some wild animals. The poet says that Asian lion is a large tawny beast with a fearful roar. A tiger has black stripes on its yellow skin and is always ready to eat his victim. A leopard has black spots on his skin. He leaps on his prey and eats it up. A bear can come to human colonies. He hugs up a person and can put to death. A crocodile always sheds tears while eating its victim. A hyena always looks smiling. A chameleon always changes its color according to its surroundings. This is a strange world of some of the wild animals. Let's now proceed to the poem. Stanza 1. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you and you are dying, you will know it's an Asian lion. So the meaning of advance is to move towards something or somebody in order to attack or threaten. Tawny means brownish yellow in color. Beast is a dangerous animal. So we have the explanation here. The poet here cautions the readers against the wild beast found in the jungle. He says that if by chance you happen to go to any forest in the east, you are likely to encounter a huge and terrible animal moving forward towards you. You will notice that it is a brownish yellow in color, and if that beast roars loudly at you and you feel that you are going to die due to fear, then you will come to know that it's an Asian lion. Stanza 2. Or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger you discern. Here the meaning of noble is very impressive in size. Ground is background. Discern means make out or identify. So here the poet says that it is very likely that while roaming in the forest you are greeted by a wild beast. This wild animal is very impressive in size, and his majestic body is covered with black stripes on a yellow hide, means yellow skin. The poet cautions that if the readers notice this beast and he eats them, then this simple rule will teach them that it's a Bengal tiger. Stanza 3. If strolling forth, a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it. It will do no good to roar with pain. He will only lap and lap again. Here the meaning of strolling is to walk somewhere in a slow, relaxed way. Fourth is towards. Hide here is animal skin. Peppered means covered with spots. Leapt means past tense of leap. Jump high, to jump high. So stanza 3 says that the poet, through this stanza, the poet here helps the readers to identify a leopard. He says that if you happen to walk in the forest, you might encounter a beast on his skin. When this wild beast will jump at you, you will understand that it's a leopard, as he will keep jumping on you and will tear you apart. Moreover, it will be of no use then to shout or cry with pain, because he will continue pouncing on you. So be careful, don't allow it to leap on you. Stanza 4. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it's a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more caress. So here the meaning of yard is a piece of land next to your, around your house. Caress means gentle, loving touch. Through these lines, the poet says that while you are walking in your yard, you may encounter a creature there. When this creature hugs you very, very tightly, then believe that it's a bear. Bears are thought to be good wrestlers and can give a really tight hug. Although a friendly hug is referred to as a bear hug, if a real bear hugs you, then it may not feel friendly at all. The bear hugs a man to kill him. The poet further says that in case of any doubt, you will find that the bear will embrace you once again till death. Let's move to stanza 5. Though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. The meaning of beast of prey means animal or bird, etc., that is hunted, killed, or eaten by another. Novice is a person who is new to a job. Nonplus means confused or surprised. Hyena is a wild animal like a dog that eats the meat of animals that are already dead and has a cry like human laugh. Through these lines, the poet says that a novice or a beginner may be puzzled or confused and thus might not be able to distinguish between the different wild animals. Hence, the poet helps to differentiate the crocodile from the hyena. He says that a hyena always laughs as it swallows its victim. A laughing hyena's voice resembles humans' laughing sound. A crocodile, on the other hand, is said to shed tears while eating its prey. The poet thus warns the readers not to wait for a hyena to laugh or for a crocodile to weep. The last stanza. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, it's the chameleon you see. So chameleon is a small lizard that can change color according to its surroundings. Explanation. The poet describes a chameleon in this way. He says a chameleon is a small garden lizard. It doesn't have ears or wings. The poet further says that if you are unable to see a thing on the tree, then chances are that a chameleon is sitting there. A chameleon is an expert at camouflage. It changes color as per its and is therefore difficult to see. This capacity of camouflage helps the lizard in saving it from hunters.